I hope everyone enjoyed the holidays. You were able to spend time with family and friends. It's crazy to think it's over. Here we go. January, let's hit the ground running. So I have a couple of recipes that I made today. One is the, let's start with the crock pot chicken pot pie. That is on page 4. So for those of you who are new, I don't do anything hard. I like to make things as easy as possible. So you'll find that my recipes are very simple because I just don't do hard anymore. So everything today has been bulked up because we knew we had such a high attendance. But these are easy recipes that it's just me and my husband. You'll find I have the sheet pan and I have this. It's easy to make for 2. It's easy to double for 4. It's easier to, if you have bigger groups. So you'll find that that's an easy piece of this one. But this one I found, I've made it. It was a big hit for my in-laws. They really like that because those of you who know, we're really close with them. They live 2 miles apart, and so it's always nice that we can have a family dinner. So this one's super simple. You just need some chicken breasts, and I use the boneless, skinless, and you can cook them in the crock pot, which I've done before. Last night, I just boiled them. I was running out of time, and I just boiled them to cook them, and then I used this great little thing that my husband found on Amazon for me, a chicken shredder. How many of you have one of these? Now, chicken is, as you all know, chicken is not hard to shred. You know, you get it and you just take the fork and shred it. But this is such a neat little nifty thing. You just cut up the little pieces. I slice my chicken breasts in half because they tend to be super thick and I want them to cook all the way through. And then you just sit here and it shredded all the chicken and you just pour it back, you just pop it in there. So it's just a neat little thing. He found it on Amazon and he loves to shop Amazon and he thought I would like that. So I do. I was like, oh, this is fun. So that was an easy thing to do. So I got to do that yesterday for this. You need a can of cream of celery soup and a can of cream of chicken soup. And I found this one had cream of chicken with herbs in it. So I tried that one. So we'll see. I had not seen that one before. That's a nice little bonus. If you don't have cream of chicken or cream of celery in your house, use cream of mushroom. It's not going to matter. Any of those, cream of potato, anything you want with that, it's going to all be fine. So just use whatever you have on hand. You need a bag of frozen vegetables. Okay, that's an easy one. And then you can see garlic powder, onion powder, some pepper, and biscuits. So if you're going to use if it's for just 2 of you, you just want 1 package. I bought these. We tend to buy in bulk, and then we just freeze them. These you get 20. Sam's has them. You can buy like 40, and you keep them, and you just pull out 1 or 2 as you need. So that's an even easier piece than instead of using all 8. But it just depends if you like biscuits. So that's one thing. And again, some of you I know will make your own homemade biscuits, which is perfectly fine. Not me. So then, like I said, I shredded my chicken. And then this morning, I just put everything back in the crock pot. Chicken, opened up my soup, opened up my vegetables, and it's just simmering now. It'll be good. You cook your biscuits, which are going right now for us, and you just place those on top. So it's not like you have a true pot pie, but it's close enough. Perfect for a day like today, where there's that chill in the air, those nice nights that we've had lately. So that's a super easy one. My father-in-law, who does not always eat, I always have to worry about him making sure he eats enough. He liked this so much, he came back for seconds, and I was like, yes, that was a good one. So I was super happy with that one. So my next recipe that I shared is on page 7. So if you turn the page there. This is a sheet pan dinner. And you can see that's already in the oven, so I'll take it out. It's got a few more minutes left. Okay, so page 7. This is a sheet pan with kielbasa and veggies. And you can see this just calls for the package of kielbasa. It's 12 ounces. This recipe called for potatoes, broccoli, bell peppers. I use whatever vegetables I have in the house. I add onions. I've got zucchini in this, carrots, squash, cauliflower, whatever you have. It's a good way if you're pulling out the bin, you're like, ooh, that needs to be used up. Let's throw that in there. I've used it all, and it's all good. It's all just basically what you are interested in. The veggies, you just cut up bite-sized pieces. It's just, you can see you put olive oil, oregano, and salt and pepper. Throw that all in, throw it on your sheet pan, and then you just put the kielbasa. Yes, I have made it with other meat. I've used chicken. I have used pork. We have had pork, and that's about it. But yes, could you use red meat, the steak? Sure. I mean, you're just going to maybe pay more attention to the cooking, because the kielbasa's all, you can eat that. It doesn't have to be. You're really cooking it for the vegetables. The kielbasa is already cooked. You just are warming it up. But if you're going to use other meat, you want to make sure that is cooked all the way through, obviously. So that one is super simple. I do line when you say I'm going to pull them out in just a second, you line the baking sheets with parchment paper, and that super easy cleanup, which that makes it even better. So that's really the best thing for that. Like I said, I use whatever vegetables I have. That's just the easiest thing. And you do want to cut, like the potatoes, you don't want super huge chunks because you do want them to cook through. That would be the one piece that I would share. Yes?
You're talking all fresh, not frozen vegetables.
Yes, these are all fresh. So whatever, yeah. And like I said, I'm like, oh, forgot I had that. That needs to be used. So, yes? I've used chicken and I've used pork. You could probably use, if you want steak, I'm not a big red meat person, but it really, I think, would depend, and just make sure you cook it through. You might need to cook it. Shrimp would be really good with it. Yeah, absolutely. Smoked sausage, there you go. That would be another good one. Alyssa did make, if you want to take a look at her recipe, that is on page 5. She has the clam sauce pasta, so that you can see she did bring the cans that she used, the white clam sauce and the clams. And then it's just basically, you can see she has everything there, garlic, parsley, which isn't added on hers. I'll add it if I have a second, because I didn't check my bags and I took hers home with me. So I texted her last night and she's like, it's okay. So it's all good there. But it's more make it look pretty. So we'll try to get that on there if we can. And then she has all her directions here. Again, another easy one to have. And again, she doubled hers up. It's easy it's nice to have something that you can use for 2 people, but you can double up if needed or make bigger as you go if you have a bigger group to feed. And then you can see that Spencer has his recipe in there on page 6, ham and veggie casserole. I know a lot of times when I do a casserole, if it calls for a 13 by 9, just another little tip, I will put it and make it into 2 8x8s and have one now and then freeze one. So that way, that's just an easy thing for me to do. Or it's great if you're going to take a dish, if you're giving a dish to a neighbor, someone's had surgery, whatever. I've done that before where one goes to them and then there's one for us. So that makes it an easy thing to do. Cuts it down so it's more doable for 2 people. So.